Good evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here with some more Hearthstone Arena. I missed my video yesterday, so we'll be doing 2 videos today to make up for it, starting right now. So if you were upset that I had no video yesterday, stick around after this one. Then the one after this will be posted pretty much right away. So, playing a mage run here started off looking pretty promising. Now I'm at 5-2, which seems to be the story of my life lately. I'm just hoping to get lucky enough to make it to 7. Restore a little bit of my honor and get back to business, but you know, at this point 5 wins is actually pretty good given how I've been doing, so I'll accept that if that's what it must be. Who are we up against? A mage, Simon Guo. Now, do I think my deck is better than the average 5-2 mage deck? It's tough to say because there are some kind of dead cards in here, cards that don't do very much, and things like Doomsayer, for example. So I'd say that actually my deck is probably worse than the average mage deck that makes it to 5-2. That'd be my guess. All right, don't get lucky. Don't get any 1-drops. Please, maybe she can pass. Okay, if she actually plays something here, I'm gonna Doomsayer to slow her down, I think, and use a card that would otherwise be totally dead. So we'll see if she plays something here or not. I kind of almost want her to, because that would give me a use for this card. If I don't get to play this, next turn I'm pretty much playing a card down. This could have been Ice Block or Mountain Giant. You know what? I guess Ice Block would have been better. Then I could have played it with the Kirin Tor Mage and gotten it out. Then I'd be playing the Berserker this turn, but anyway, none of that's going to happen. We're going to play Doomsayer. So what this does is it kills her Mana Worm, so it's a 1-for-1 trade. But in addition to killing the Mana Worm, it stops her from playing any minions this turn. So it's like if if this were like a Frostbolt, it actually wouldn't be as good as Doomsayer is. Okay, perfect. So can I get a Mirror Entity? That would just be great. If I can get 1 in 25 odds of getting my Mirror Entity here, that would just be spectacular, and not a chance. Well, we'll play the Kirin Tor Mage. It's a 4-3, 4-3. Now, if she plays a 3-3 or a 3-2 of some sort, I don't have an answer to it. I mean, Arcane Missiles might answer a 3-2. Does she have a Frostbolt? Please don't have a Frostbolt. Please don't have a Frostbolt. She has a Frostbolt! Are you goddamn kidding me? Jesus! Oh, that's terrible. Well, alright, we have all of our mass removal spells, the 2 Flame Strikes, and the Blizzard. So basically what I'm hoping for here is that I can just top deck enough cards to play. Because right now I've got nothing to do. I have absolutely nothing to do, and that could be a lot of trouble. Shatterstone Cleric will kill my Monty Berserker, unfortunately. I think next turn I'm going to roll the dice with these Arcane Missiles. Oh, don't you dare play anything else. Don't you even dare! You pass the turn, bitch. Alright, thank you. So Dark Iron Dwarf is tempting here, and I will actually play it. First, let's just see what the Arcane Missiles do in case this is some kind of a disaster. I might have to use my hero ability. Can I at least kill the Mana Worm? Okay, that was good. So I have to choose now between pinging the Shatterstone Cleric and just clearing the board, or playing Dark Iron Dwarf. The problem with Dark Iron Dwarf is she can run the Cleric in and then ping my Dwarf to death. So what's the point of that? Let's just kill the Shatterstone Cleric. I'll play the Dark Iron Dwarf next turn if I have to. I'm down a card after I draw, and she has the play. But I'm at high health total, and I've got mass removal. Oh, Spiteful Smith, are you goddamn kidding me? Mirror Entity a turn late. Okay. I want to play the Mirror Entity. I'm going to ping this thing. She doesn't have any weapons. I don't care about the Enrage ability. And hopefully she plays a few things so that I can Blizzard and then the following turn Flame Strike. Okay, so that's actually not really getting me anywhere because it wastes my Mirror Entity. Oh my god, that's just the worst thing ever. And it drew a card, so I don't care if it dies to mass removal. Please play more minions. Please play more minions. Mad Bomber, okay. Good, this is really good. This now dies to Flame Strike. That's actually really huge. So I'm probably just going to Flame Strike next turn here. Kill 2 cards for 1 because this replaced itself. And I'm going to go ahead and use my leftmost Flame Strike in case she is watching for that kind of thing. So she thinks that that was like the Flame Strike I was saving all game. This makes it less likely that she thinks I have more Flame Strikes coming, although I have been playing very slow. So a good play might guess that, are you goddamn kidding me? Really? I don't want you to play big minions. Please play more? No, not a chance. Alright, we'll play Lothab and a Golem. The fact that she gets to hit me for 6 is a real problem, though, because she's got tons of cards, and that means if I'm at 16 health, she can just burn me out. With reasonable skill. And she is going to just ignore my stuff and go for the face. Ouch. So I cannot stop this Tiger. Flame Strike doesn't kill it. I don't have any spell damage in this deck. It's going to get me down to 10, and then I die to Fireballs. Man, what an ignominious way to go down. Okay, we're going to have to play Blizzard here, actually. That's my only chance of winning is this Blizzard. Because this freezes the tiger and stops it from attacking, and then my Flame Strike will kill it the following turn. That's the plan here. Can't play Dark Iron Dwarf, tragically. Do I throw my minions at this ogre? I'm actually going to hit her in the face. And this might be a little bit risky, but when you're behind, you just got to take risks. I'm going to ping this ogre. Okay, so I can either ping the ogre, this will signal that I have another Flame Strike, or I can ping her face as if I don't have another Flame Strike. I'm going to try to hide the fact that I Flame Strike. Now, I might end up having to pay for this because if she plays another thing that has 5 health, I'm not going to be able to kill both it and the ogre. But that's life. Oh my god, are you fucking kidding me? Well played. So she's going to replay that tiger. And now it's again stealthed. And I'm just in trouble. All kinds of trouble. Zombie Chow doesn't really make any difference for me here. Is it worth it to even play Flame Strike? I'm not sure it is. Yeah, it's worth it. So I'm going to play Flame Strike. Ping the ogre with my overpowered hero ability. Play Zombie Chow. I'm going to swing. I mean, I'm getting some decent damage on her face here, but the problem is I'm at 10 health. If she has a Pyroblast, she wins. If she has 2 Fireballs, she wins. Fireball and Frostbolt, she wins. I mean, there's just so many ways she wins here. It's really sad. She hits me in the face. Okay, does she have the bajillion things that will kill me? She kills the tiger. And then that's just bad manners because she clearly has 2 Fireballs. What a dumb game! Oh my god, I was going to kill her. 5, 7... 8, 9, 15 damage. That panda was what won her the game, because it let her re-stealth the tiger, otherwise she would not have been able to hit me in the face for that critical 5 damage. Of course, me not having any taunt also screwed me over. Ugh! What a terrible way to start a video. I'm so angry. That game was mine. Well, we got 105 gold for 5 wins, which is not terrible. I get to leave behind this quest, and we're going to start the next arena. Oh, donkey ball sacks. Terrible. Just terrible. So who do we have for choices here? Sorry, my Hearthstone's not loading. We have Warlock, Mage, or Priest. Alright, so Mage. My Mage runs are 12, 4, 5. So it's between Warlock and Priest. I've played each of those 2 classes 3 times, and Warlock has been way worse, so I'm going to go ahead and grab Warlock here. Wait a minute. Didn't I... Hold on. Didn't I play... Oh my god, I'm having a moment of panic. Didn't I do a Warlock run recently that like went to 6 or something? Didn't I? Because my stats sheet says 1, 5, 4. But I really feel like I had a Warlock run that did better than 4. I'm going to take Priest here. So I have a feeling I actually have played Warlock 4 times. We'll see. Okay, so this is an interesting rare choice. I think a lot of people would take Shadow Madness here because they're just in love with that card, but it is conditional and a lot of times doesn't really work very well. I'm going to take the Holy Fire for life gain and some 5 damage removal, which is often important. Here I'm going to take the Cabal Shadow Priest. In my opinion, this is the single best non-legendary card in the arena, and actually possibly one of the best cards in all of Hearthstone. I don't know. Yeah, I think this is... I'm going to say this is one of the best arena cards in all of Hearthstone, and certainly the best non-legendary, in my opinion. Okay, Holy Smite here for some more removal seems good. It also adds some burn potential to the deck. I am passing on some good minions to take this removal, but I think it's worth it. Okay, this is Junk, so we'll take the Dark Cultist. Here's a very tricky moment. These are all top tier cards. Card draw, good mid-game, and silence. I'm going to take the silence because I think that's just actually really important. Even more important than card draw and good stuff. Okay, got enough 6-drops here that the Frost Elemental would be a mistake. This is taunt, but it's pretty bad, so I'll take the Crocolisk for some more 2-drop action. And here's an interesting moment. I mean, the Argent Commander, it is adding some heaviness to my deck, but it does have removal and burn potential. I currently don't have very much synergy with this Nerubian Egg, just Pyromancer to kill it myself, maybe. I'll take it, though. We'll look for synergy. We'll look for stuff. Okay, we'll take the Stormwind Knight. It's the best card there. The Geomancer could be good with these Holy Smites. But I'm going to take Ascension because that's just too good not to take. Alright, so I'm not going to take a second Spellbreaker. I'll take a Cleric here for a few reasons. Number 1, buffs are good. Number 2, it gives me synergy with my Nerubian Egg. Well, I'm definitely not taking a Harpy with these 3 6-drops, so another Silence it is. Okay, Mind Vision's a decent safe card, but the Chillwind Yeti is just great. I'm getting some really nice mid-game here, which is nice to see. I don't want more 6-drops, so I'll take the Unstable Ghoul. That also synergizes somewhat with the Egg. 3 Holy Smites? No, I'm going to take a Smith. It's a good 5-drop. Alright, Circle of Healing synergizes somewhat with the Pyromancer. Yeah, I don't have any Injured Blade Masters. We'll take a Dark Scale Healer here. Okay, Shadow Word Death is an important one, even though the other cards are totally fine. Sludge Belcher is just phenomenal, and I keep losing to do not have enough silence. So here's a tricky moment. Second Spellbreaker, I don't really want more silence. I've already got 2 silences, that's too much. But these are 5 drops. Guess we'll take this because it's removal and burn, but I'm not happy with the curve of the deck. So I've already got actually, Jesus Christ, 7 cards at 5 mana and up. I just can't take Mind Control, there's no way. I want to basically not take anything else that's 5 mana or more at this point. Dancing Swords fits the curve better, but I have no card draw, so I'll take the Gnomish Inventor. Deathlord gives me some taunt, with of course a risk attached. I'm going to take a Soul Priest, we're going to spike that 4 mana mark, it's just the better card. Another Soul Priest? These are so mediocre. Yeah, I'll take another Soul Priest, that's fine. Okay, I don't want Mind Control. My curve's too high. So I'll take Elven Archer, even though that's clearly not, you know, a better card. Here I'll make the curve pick and fill up my 3s with the Raging Worgen. We'll take the Cleric for some more buffs / synergy with the Nerubian Egg. I could take another Nerubian Egg, but I won't. I'm going to take the Sunfury Protector, which synergizes with the Nerubian Egg I already have, and is just a good card in general. Here I'll take Shadow Madness, because the Demolisher is just too mediocre. Okay, so this deck, well, the curve's too high. That's my problem. So I've got 7 cards that are 5 and up, 4 5s and 3 6s. I think I made the right call not taking those Mind Controls. I mean, I'm sure I'm going to get into a top deck war now and top deck Elven Archer and lose because it wasn't a Mind Control. But I'm going to stand by my choice. I really think that was the right call because the curve is just so high, and I don't have enough removal to justify going super high. Like, I don't have any Shadow Word Pains, and I don't have any Holy Novas. So, yeah, I've got Soul Priest and, you know, stuff like that, but I think it would have just been a poor choice to tip my deck any higher. Well, we lost an idiotic game, and I guess Karma decided to reward me by giving me just a totally free win at the start of this run, which I will accept with the utmost gladness. Oh my god. Double Fireball death right as I was about to win. Now, if she hadn't had the second Fireball, I mean, she could have Fireballed Loatheb, and that would have stopped me from winning on the next turn. Truth be told. Alright, Yoshia King, is this person gonna play? Looks like it. Okay, so we have our 2-drop and 3-drop. We have a pair of... I don't think I actually want both Shattered Sun Clerics, though. I'm gonna mulligan that, hoping to get either another 2-drop so I can coin a play on turn 1, or a 4-drop, which, okay, I got the second thing. Would have rather had another 2-drop so I can coin a play on turn 1, especially against Paladins. It's really nice to be able to kill off recruits. But such is life. If I were a different class besides Paladin, I might actually coin the Sunfury Protector here, just so I can kill a recruit. But the problem is the Priest's hero ability is just useless. I mean, I could heal this back up after killing his recruit. But I don't even know if he's going to play a recruit. He might play something that's different. If this were like a mage or a warlock, maybe I would have coined the Protector. But okay, he's going to get to keep a creature on the board. Let's play the Sunfury Protector and see what happens here. Shadow Madness might catch me back up depending on how things go. We'll see. Raging Worgen is a little bit scary because it'll kill this off and then get Wind Furied. So I think it behooves me here to play the Cleric so they can survive. And I'm actually going to coin into this MVP Elven Archer now. There's a risk to this, of course, which is that he has a Consecration. But if he consecrates, it's his whole turn. He'll have 5 cards left, and I will have 5, and I'm just going to play a Yeti to restart the thing, this scenario. So I think that's fine. Now, I'd rather he didn't have a Consecration, but I'm not, like, lost if he does. Alright, this is alright. He's going to kill... This is smart, by the way. He needed to do that, because if he killed this one, I could have healed the Protector and then killed this guy without dying. Alright, so here, I could play the Yeti and then just trade the 3-2 for the 2-2, or I can get greedy, which I will do. I'm going to buff this thing, kill this guy, and I could have buffed the Archer, leaving me with a 3-2 and nothing. I'd rather have a 4-1 and a 1-1 than just a 3-2. Alright, Abomination will clear out my board, unfortunately, unless I can get a Silence. I've got 2 of them in here. Doesn't happen. Alright, what I'm going to do then is the following. I'm going to heal the Cleric up to 3 health. And then throw the Archer and the Cleric, who are going to die anyway at this Abomination, so that this thing lives. And then I'm going to play the Ghoul. Now, if I hadn't top decked that Ghoul, I actually probably would have just let everything die and played the Yeti. Because then if I didn't have this, I would have just had 3 mana left over, and that would have been silly. If he can Hammer of Wrath this, my cleric will die. He doesn't Hammer of Wrath, he plays an Archmage, which is fine. So let's see here. I've got 4, 5, 6 damage after this explodes, which is not enough to kill that thing, unfortunately. Unless, of course, I also just throw down the Stormpike Commando. Is that worth it? Or should I just play the Yeti and let this thing hang out? Man, you know what? Don't let Paladins keep creatures. I'll do a 2-for-1. I'll do a 2-for-1. Just let them do it. I've got a 2-for-1 here, and a 2-for-1 potentially here. You can see, by the way, people just rave about Shadow Madness. People go to parties, pop ecstasy pills, and make love to Shadow Madness. But it's just like a very conditional card that, in my opinion, is overrated. Not that it's bad, just overrated. Like, it's not as good as people say it is. Because of situations like this, where it just doesn't do anything for you. Alright, so here is a kind of a crappy situation. I cannot kill that thing, so in the absence of being able to kill it, I will ignore it and hit him in the face, because I don't think it's generally right to hit things if you're not going to kill them. He can kill my Yeti, which is annoying. Be left with 2 health. But that means that Shadow Madness might work if he plays something with 2 or 3 power. Yeah, he could definitely win here. I mean, he's got 6 cards. He's doing fine on cards, just perfectly fine. He's going to kill that thing and live to tell about it, which is fine. So Shadow Madness can now kill both of these guys, unless he puts down some annoying Divine Shield stuff. But then again, I can silence the Divine Shield away, so I should be okay. Snapjaw. Interesting. So I could actually steal the Snapjaw. No, here's what I need to do. Instead of using Shadow Madness, what I really need to do is Cabal Shadow Priest. So I can steal this guy. He has charge, which lets me run in and kill that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit this thing and heal up my guy so that I just basically got 2 free damage on this Snapjaw. Alright, so it's risky. If he has a buff or something, I could get screwed. But, yeah, okay. So he does have the buff. He's going to kill my Cabal Priest. And then after I silence it, he's still going to be at 5 health, which is really irritating. Oh my god! Oh my god. That was amazing. I am so sorry, Yoshia King. I am actually truly sorry. So here's where Shadow Madness wins me the game. That was unfortunate for the opponent. That was just one of those crazy things. And you know what? There was a game recently and a few videos ago where like I complained about how I was winning and the opponent had ridiculous stuff. And then I even remembered saying, you know, that's the cool thing about Hearthstone. Sometimes you're ridiculously behind, but you just win because of ridiculous things. And that was a ridiculous moment. The Cobra, with its Death Touch, combined with Shadow Madness, killed off his guy. I would have been in a lot of trouble otherwise. If I had silenced it, it would have been a 2-5. It still would have, like, been alive and annoying, but this way, it just dies. Oh, man. Poor guy. I actually feel bad for the opponent. I truly actually do. So now he's in trouble. Got 3 health stuff, so Consecration's not going to work. Quality Consecration is 2 cards. So I'd be, you know, still in the game even if he had that. I'm a priest, so I can heal up this big thing. Okay, so he's going to buff that, which is fine because it still dies due to its naturally low starting health. Ah, he gets to kill my Spiteful Smith. That's annoying. That's actually really annoying. Okay, so he's in this game now. He's back in it because I've got this dead card, and I lost my Spiteful Smith. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to smite that, kill the recruit, play this guy, heal my Croc, and just leave this guy as a 4-2. With Divine Shield. Paladins don't have too many answers to this, and if he does Peacekeep it, I can silence the Peacekeeping effect and bring it back to its full power. Man, Shadow Madness on a Cobra is just sick. Alright, Blessing of Wisdom. So, I'm actually probably going to silence this guy unless there's he gives me a good use for the Divine Shield, which he doesn't. So I'm going to silence this off to get rid of the Blessing of Wisdom effect. Even though that means losing the Divine Shield. Croc keeps getting healed up, so you can see the Priest's hero ability very, very strong when it lets your high health minions keep fighting. With his Worgen here, he now can't play recruits because that'll be a free Wind Fury activation. He's played no True Slivers or Hammers of Wrath, so it might just be the case that he has a weaker than average deck. Alright, he plays another Shattered Sun Cleric. He silenced this, so it doesn't matter what this thing does. This is okay here. What we do now, I could silence this down. I'm actually going to do that. Yeah, I'm going to silence this. So what that does is it lets me use the Croc to kill that and heal back up. I can use the Owl to hit that. My Commander to hit that. And the reason I'm using the Commander is because even though I could have hit him for 1 extra point of damage if I'd used the Worgen would have dropped to 2 health and died to Consecration, so that it and the Commander would have died. This way, the Consecration, if he top decks it, is useless. There's the Tiger, which lost me my last arena. Painful card for me. 4, 7, 11, 13, 15. Don't quite have the kill, so I will just stop and smell the roses. And we are now threatening lethal. So far, seems like a good deck. I have got to go and see if I really had a Warlock run that went to 6 wins or not. I just can't remember. Alright. Good game, sir. Oh, I didn't say well played. Good game.
Good evening, ladies, as well.
So I've got a free win for the opponent insta-quitting, just like absolutely insta-quitting, and then a pretty solid win. So even though it says 2 wins, it's only been technically just 1. And now, let's see what we can do here. Yeah, I did have a Warlock run that went to something better than 4. I just forgot to update my stats. Okay. You asked for it, says the mage. Well, I'm a priest against a mage, which is good. I'm going to mulligan the Soul Priest. Because even though it is a great turn 4 drop, I'd rather get something earlier. If I can. Maybe some removal. And I don't, so I get 2 drops ahoy here. Well, at least it means I can save this for and actually give something taunt, so that's nice. Balding Brute, that's an awesome name. I like that name a lot. Alright, what do you play here? I think the right move is the Pyromancer because it kills the most things. If I were a mage, or rogue, or a druid and I could like finish off a 3 toughness minion with my hero ability, I probably would have played the Crocolisk. Alright, we have Arcane Missiles, which sucks, because that'll 50-50 chance of killing the Pyromancer, and of course it does. Had I played the Crocolisk, that wouldn't have happened. But I still think the Pyromancer is generally the right move there as the priest. Okay, we have a good 4-drop now, which makes up for the 4-drop that I mulliganed, the Soul Priest. But the other problem with the Soul Priest is I have 2 of them in this deck, so if I drew the other one, having both kind of sucks. I've got a good hand here. I could either play the Knight next turn, or both of these things, or the Spellbreaker. So I have perfect mana usage at the moment, which is very good. Does she have an answer for this Worgen? This might inhibit some of her plays, like a Harvest Golem would die to this thing. Cobra will kill this. Oh, man. Alright, we're going to go for the gold, go for the glory. I'm going to use the Spellbreaker. What this does is it gives me up a card, gets some damage on her face, and of course she can ping this and kill it, but that's half her mana that she might not have wanted to spend. So that's what I think is useful about that play. Alright, she drops the Water Elemental, which is very interesting. So she's going broke here. How aggressive do I want to be? I could like do funky stuff with Sunfury Protector. I could like put a bunch of taunts out, leave this thing alive. You know what? Let's not get too crazy. This isn't a burn deck. Okay, we're gonna go ahead, run that in, run this in. This guy lives, can't be pinged. I can heal him back up later, perhaps. And that gets me up a card. Well, it doesn't get me up a card. It keeps me up a card. I got up in a card when I killed the Cobra, and then I traded the Worgen for the Elemental, so I stayed up a card. Okay, secret here, most likely Mirror Entity. which is fine because I have a good way of dealing with it. She has Frost Nova to freeze my stuff. Okay, so if I let her have the mirror entity now, then I won't be able to kill it right away. If I give her this thing, she can kill my guy. Oh, she can't kill my guy because I can actually heal him up. Alright, so we'll play the Gnomish Inventor. Let's go up a card, see if it is a mirror entity or not. It isn't, actually. So is it worth it to heal this or to play another minion? She can't play Flame Strike. She could play Blizzard. Most of my stuff survives Blizzard, though. I'm going to actually do this. Give myself some taunt. Put another creature down. And now I'll say let's have a moratorium on playing new creatures unless she gives me things to trade into. She has 5 cards and a secret. I have 8 cards, so she does need to pull off a gigantic Flame Strike in order to win. Yeah, okay, I had a Warlock run that had 6 wins. That was my last Warlock run. So it's a good thing I remembered that before I picked Warlock for this run. That would have been annoying. Alright, we have another Frost Nova and a Demolisher, so it looks like she is actually gearing up for a Flame Strike. So I don't have any silence to get rid of my freezes. So what I'm going to do is just heal this guy and pass the turn. Seems pointless to play into a Flame Strike that she almost certainly has. She either doesn't have Flame Strike or chooses not to play. She has another secret, so there's again an opportunity for it being a... what's his face? Mirror entity. Probably neither of these is duplicate, because I would have just given her 2 mirror images, which would be very silly. So I doubt that that was it. Well, let's see. Let's kill off the mirror images. She actually did play a duplicate. That was the first secret that she played, so it could still be a mirror entity here. Secret number 2. Well, let's kill that. Let's heal this. Kill that. Let's play Shattered Sun Cleric.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
So that we can kill this. See if it's a mirror entity now. It is a mirror entity, so her secrets have not been working out very well for her, unfortunately. Holy Smite, and everything I have still does die to Flame Strike, so I'm just going to pass the turn here. If she was slow rolling a Flame Strike, now is when she'll play it. She'll then have 3 cards left to my 5, so I'll still be in the lead. No Flame Strike or Blizzard. That's remarkable given how slowly she's been playing. She plays Mirror Image. So actually, I guess Duplicate and Mirror Image, is that a combo? Because you get 2 of the Mirror Images back. And you can play them back both for free. So it's like essentially like a second Mirror Image. No, that's not good. Because that's like you get a second Mirror Image for 3 mana, which is definitely not worth it. Alright, well, I think I'm going to play the healer, and the reason for that is it puts 2 things at 5 health, so if she does get a Flame Strike later, then at least something of mine will live. In fact, I'm going to just play the Soul Priest because that also will live. So she can play a Flame Strike and ping 1 thing to death, but that would actually leave me with 2 creatures alive. And, well, if she kills this one, I can heal one of the others. If she kills one of the others, I can't heal them up, but at least I can keep on swinging for, 5 plus hero ability, 7 damage. Alright, anyway, the mage had no master removal, so she lost. Alright, well, that was a pretty great start to this run. Of course, the deck might not be as good as it looks because one of the wins, the person left immediately. The second win, the paladin never played True Silver Champion or Hammer of Wrath or Consecration. And the mage never played Fireball, Polymorph, Flame Strike, Blizzard, or Frostbolt. She just played none of the mage spells, so really we haven't faced any removal. We also haven't faced any giant threats. This deck has a problem with threats. There's 1 Shadow Word Death and a bunch of Holy Smites and a Holy Fire, but that's it. So I could just lose through a number of different reasons. I don't actually think this deck is that great. We just had pretty good opponents. Not that I'm complaining, I'm just saying. I wouldn't be surprised if I didn't actually make it that far in the end. Okay, so here we actually have another good start. I'm going to mulligan these silences. I'd rather get them later than have them earlier on. We have actually turn 1... Turn 2, turn 3 plays. And I'm going to stand by my decision that the Pyromancer is the better choice. The 3-2 is better than a 2-3 because it kills more things. Now we have another option now for turn 3. Could play the Worgen, could play the Cleric. Cleric is really, really good on 2-3s. Really, really good. Maybe if I were the first player, I would actually play this over the Pyromancer just because it's more likely to live. Alright, she's going to ping this. Now, I'm not going to heal it. I think that would be a mistake. We're just going to play the next creature. If she wants to spend her third turn pinging this to go up a card, she is welcome to do so. I will then put a cleric down. I'll have a 3-4 and a 3-2 versus her nothing. Right, she goes for it. Not that that's a mistake. If she has nothing better to do, she has nothing better to do. But I still stand by my choice of playing the Pyromancer first. If I'd played the Crocolisk first, you know, yeah, it wouldn't have died to a double hero ability, but I'm very, very happy with the situation right now. My next turn's a bit awkward. I can't use up all my mana. I can do this and heal, or I can just play the Worgen. Does she actually have a secret? Ah, Mirror Image, very clever. Stops me from killing this with my Shattered Sun Cleric. But no secret. Okay, that's fine. Oh my goodness, that's a really good top deck. Storm Knight, this is why, by the way, I value the card so highly. I get to kill the Mirror Images and trade my Cleric, my 3-2 for a 4-3. That's just the worst thing about a 4-3 for 3 is it dies to 3-2s for 2. Now, the Cleric actually costs 3 mana, but, you know, you get what I'm saying. She has 6 cards to my 6. She did just drop a really good one. It'll kill or nearly kill all my minions. Got a couple of different options here. I could play the Stormpike Commando, drop this to 4 health. Doesn't really help me that much, though. So I'm going to play the Sludge Belcher. The obvious answer to that is a Polymorph. Let's see if this person actually has removal. That would get past both of the taunts, but if he doesn't have a Polymorph or a Silence, Sludge Belcher is a really good answer to Spectral Knight. No Polymorph. That's great news. Okay. Water Elemental. Ah, Jesus. Water Elemental. Alright. Well, let's think very carefully about the situation here. So, Holy Fire doesn't help. This thing has 6 health, unless, of course, I throw the Sludge away. But then how do I kill this? I had to throw my Crocolisk at it, which kind of sucks. Okay, alternate options. I can play the Soul Priest, burn the Unbeliever. This is at 4 health. Still doesn't actually die to anything. Great. I could Storm Suck Commando, the Spectral Knight, throw the ooze at it to finish it off. Ah, this is annoying. Crap. There's just no good answers. I can't use the Soul Priest against this thing. I could run in with the Stormpike Commando and then... Sorry, the Stormwind Knight and the Stormpike Commando to kill the Spectral Knight. That leaves me the ooze to ward off the Elemental, but this thing's at 1 health and I don't have enough mana to heal it after that. I could go for the burn. Let's see, I could have 3, 5, 6, 12, or sorry, 8 damage, down to 11, down to 6, down to 4. But if she has Flame Strike next turn, everything I have dies. Oh, man. Alright, we're going to hedge my bets then. I'm going to shoot her and use the ooze to kill that. But I'm going to ignore the Elemental. And just hit her in the face. I'll regret this if she plays Flame Strike right here. Because I could have gotten this down to 1 health with minions that were going to die anyway. Arcane Missiles. Okay, let's see what happens here. Okay, interesting. None of them hit the Commando, which she might have been hoping for. But Blizzard, I guess, is good enough. It'll let her kill off 2 of the creatures anyway. So she wasn't actually hoping for that to be hit anyway. Balls. Alright, Shadow Madness could be really good, but it's not good yet. Play the Soul Priest and burn that guy. That's the turn. So the Soul Priest will kill the Elemental and live to tell about it. If she does not, if my opponent doesn't throw the Elemental away, which I don't know why she would, I can Shadow Madness the Elemental, which is pretty decent. Demolisher, okay. So I got a lot of options with Shadow Madness here. A lot of options with Shadow Madness. Oh my god, the options with Shadow Madness. Okay. Well, I think we're going to keep things simple, keep things safe. I'm going to... Actually, hang on. What is simple and safe here? What is simple and safe? I wish I had a Cabal Shadow Priest. Hang on, I can hit her down to 11, down to 6, down to 4. And then the Holy Fire, or sorry, then the Shadow Madness, I could actually go for the burn here. Shadow Madness, one of these things. 6 damage, 8 damage, she's at 6. Ah, then this doesn't quite kill her next turn, I don't have any other burn. Yeah, that would be a little bit greedy. Crap. Well, alright. I'll steal this. Pop the Divine Shield to kill that. burn it to the ground. Kill, proc. I just play that for the sake of having an extra minion down. Alright. Oh, we got the weird bug with the button. Ah, the Demolisher is a sniper. It hits the perfect minion, of course. Well, it's 4 cards to 4. She has the play. I'd say she's actually in the lead right now. Although Shadow Madness definitely kept me in it to win it. Oh, but I luck out. You had a really slow turn. Alright, so what do we do here? I think I'm going to just clear her board, honestly. We'll just burn that thing. Kill that thing. And I'm going to play the Raging Worgen. Why the Raging Worgen? Because the Elven Archer can trigger Wind Fear and I can swing for 8. Granted, I just used up my Holy Fire, so, you know, it might not actually ever end up doing that, but I think it's worth it to get that potential down. Azure Drake is actually really annoying to see here. Oh, man, I'm going to have to trade the Worgen for it. I think so. Can I get a Shattered Sun Cleric? That would be the best. Nope. Alright. So what we're going to do here is ping the Worgen. Swing for 4 damage. I'm gonna throw that there. And pass the turn. This is actually getting a little bit dire. She has more cards than I do. Just 1 more. I've got her low on health, but I don't have that much burn potential. I've got like an Argent Commander and a couple of Holy Smites, and that's it. I'm actually going to have to get a minion to stick and hit her in the face with it a couple of times. Please don't play Flame Strike or Blizzard. She's got the Flame Strike! Are you goddamn kidding me? Jesus! Oh, no! After doing so well all game, I am in desperate troubles. Very desperate troubles. I guess I'll take off the Divine Shield. The problem is, she just has 4 more cards than I do. After the Sal dies, she has 4 more cards than I do, and I have no Holy Nova, so I cannot get card advantage. I've already used Shadow Madness. Cabal Shadow Priest is my one hope. Cabal Shadow Priest would get me an advantage. And I just used my Owl to get rid of Divine Shield before she played Shaded Naxrammas. I'm going to lose this. Ah, damn it. I was doing so well, but she hung on. She like just found a way to hang on. Alright, so I kill that, which is good. Let's see what she's got. She can trade both of these for the Soul Priest. That would be a victory for me, for sure. She doesn't want to do that, I imagine. She's going to go for my face. Interesting choice. Interesting choice. Okay, so she figures I'm going to kill one of these things, and then this thing will be at 2 health. Alright, what I think I'm going to do is I will kill the Shade, because that is just dangerous. And I'm going to burn her face. I think that's my best shot of winning here, is going for the Burnout Paradise. She does have 7 damage per turn. I could have burned my egg, but the eggs would have died to the Yeti anyway, so... Well, I want this egg as like a guard against... Oh, I see. Okay. I see. I wanted the egg as a guard against mass removal, but instead she had Pyroblast for the win, so... Yeah. Ah, God, that game was idiotic. Oh, man. Could I have played differently? Maybe. I mean, I could have burned her face more, but burning her face more would have kept more of her minions on the board. I would have taken more damage and died sooner. Ah, damn. I just needed more burn. I mean, I needed not to be a priest, basically, is what the answer is. I just didn't have enough burn. 10 health was 50 health for all the good it did me. Balls. Well, let's take a look at our next game. Hopefully I can win 1 more before this video ends and be at a solid 4-1. The difference between 4-1 and 3-2 is all the world. So this is an important game, even though we're still early in the run. The Dawn. Alright, can I be second, please, against this rogue? Yes, I actually can. Who would have freaking believed it? Now, this is awkward. This is not the best pair of 2-drops ever. Because, of course, this guy already has Taunt. So, I'm actually tempted not to play on turn 1 here. I will if she has a fast start, but I will not play on turn 1. Because with 2 4-drops, I'd rather just play this thing on turn 2 and coin these 4-drops back to back. Then play turn 1, turn 2, and then nothing on turn 3. Yeah, we're just going to pass here. It's risky, of course. It's risky, but if she ends up daggering, I'll be really happy I did that. She's flicking a card. And she plays a ringleader without combo, so it's a good thing I was the second player, although she just top decked it, so it wasn't previously there. Gonna play the Protector. I think it's the right move. I mean, this guy can just get backstabbed or he'll die to the Ringleader, whereas this will actually survive, so she has to do something else, like Fan of Knives or Ironforge Rifleman or make a dagger to finish this thing off. Oh, she's slow. I guess the Dom likes to really pour over his decisions. Or her decisions. As the case may be. Earthen Ring Farseer? No, Shade of Naxrammas. And Preparation? What's happening here? Backstab. Okay, so she's actually gonna backstab and Ringleader? Is it just a 2-for-1 versus my 2-drop? No Probalo, Senorita. Alright, so I'm just gonna play the Sen'jin. Guard against the Shade. I've got 2 silences in this deck, which will kill it if it gets out of hand. I could have, I guess, done the Stormwind Knight to goad it into attacking and then buffed it. You know what, I made a mistake. I should have played the Stormwind Knight. Or the Inventor. Basically, that would have goaded the Shade into attacking, and then I could have buffed my creature with the Shattered Sun Cleric and killed it. She actually 2-for-1s me again. Backstab and Eviscerate to kill that off. She does get combo here, and I don't have any Holy Novus, so okay. She's expended a lot of cards. She's revealed this thing. I cannot kill it. Nope, can't kill it. So I'm going to play the Stormwind Knight. Kill one of the bandits. Let's see what happens. If she uses the Shade to kill the Knight, then I can Holy Smite, and then I'll be in good shape. Tiger is a good card. She goes for the face. That's smart. Very smart. Pyromancer. Is this the right time for Pyromancer? Not exactly, because I Holy Smite this and it still survives at 1 health. Okay. If I Shattered Sun Cleric and heal this up... No, I think what I need to do is I need to heal this up. Yes, that's the move. I heal this up, I hit, I live. I Holy Smite to finish this off, or I could play the Pyromancer, which will kill my own guy, but it'll kill her bandit as well. I'm going to actually do this. I think this is the right move. Because I'm okay with basically having an extra creature die from each side here, since I'm ahead on cards. 1-for-1 trades are good when you're ahead on cards. She can dagger up and kill my Pyromancer, of course, and she will. What else does she have going? That's the question. Because I can just calmly Holy Fire this Tiger next turn, I'm going to be okay. This is really, really good to see, because it's just a 1-mana card. Alright, I think we're going to be okay here. So I'm going to Holy Fire this Tiger. Pass the turn. She's got the tempo now. She's got 3 cards and 7 mana. But I am going to have 5 cards, 6 cards if I can get this guy down. Things are looking pretty good. She hits me in the face, so she might have an Assassin's Blade. Otherwise, there'd be no point in hitting me in the face. No, she's just going to remake the dagger because she has nothing better to do, it seems. She might be having, like, Assassinates or something. Oh my gosh, she actually has nothing. Oof, that's bad news for her. Let's draw a card. See what we got. Spellbreaker, okay. Well, I'll play the Cleric. Even though the Cleric does die to Mr. Chow. This is 5 health that I don't mind cashing in on. And that means I've actually healed for 10 health in the game, which is a lot. I've got this as a pretty beefy drop next turn. She does have another backstab, so she's used 3 backstabs, although 2 of them were part of a 2-for-1. She has a sap, which is interesting. I mean, that does get this back into my hand, so Mr. Chow will live. But the problem is that I get to draw an extra card, so the sap is already inherent card disadvantage because you lose a card and your opponent doesn't, but it's an extra card disadvantage here because I've got this card coming in. Alright, she's going to Cold Blood and get me down, so she's trying to burn me out, which makes sense. Alright, much as I hate to do it here, I'm actually going to, well, let's think. I can silence this thing to stop the Cold Blood, but that also stops me from getting the card. Why don't I play Gnomish Inventor? So my thinking here is, if I can get Shadow Word Death, then I'll be fine. Alright, I didn't get Shadow Word Death, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to Grunt. Grunt is actually really good here. It basically heals me for 6, unless she gets Silence or Removal. And then after this thing takes damage, I can Holy Smite it, heal for 5, and then I have my cake and eat it too. Did she really get a Fan of Knives? No, she did not get a Fan of Knives. What is she doing? That was a totally wasted dagger attack. That makes no sense. Alrighty then. Yeah, this person is playing some pretty weak sauce game here. Let's go ahead and do the Soul Priest. That's even better. Heal up. This attack. Excuse me. And pass it in. Well, now 18 health. There's just no way she can kill me, and I'm way ahead on cards. Rose don't have any mass removal that can catch them up. This is certainly not going to do jack, squat, or diddly. She actually messed up. She should have daggered this first, so take 1 less point of damage. Oh my god, this person is very, very bad at Hearthstone. Kind of shockingly bad for being at 3 and 1. Alright, well, let's play Spellbreaker, just to make things easy on myself. Note that you really shouldn't or can't play the Darkscale Healer there, because it would just burn your team for 2 across the board, thanks to Soul Priest. If I want to, I can silence the Soul Priest, and then play the Darkscale Healer. But anyway, nothing fancy should be required to win at this point. I could beat anyone from this position. I could beat freaking Trump from this position. So she plays an Ogre, which is cute and all, but it just doesn't matter. Yeah, well played. And I get a Stormpike Commando, which would have made it even easier for me to kill the Ogre. The Stormpike plus the Soul Priest, that's 4 damage. I just throw the Spellbreaker away and we're good to go. Alright, cool. That was a good win. Thanks for watching, folks. Please like the video, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.